Yo, hold up, because what just went down might literally blow up the internet. After weeks of non-stop chatter claiming Stefon Diggs slipped out some carefully worded public apology to Cardi B, while timelines ignited with debates over whether it was real remorse or just another slick PR stunt, especially after insiders hinted he'd been quietly dealing with a messy supposedly cause, Cardi B has finally spoken. And let me make this crystal clear, her reaction is nothing like anyone expected. It's not the savage clapback fans were begging for. It's not the forgiveness his stans were praying she'd deliver. No, it's colder, sharper, and honestly might be the most ruthless power play she could have made in this entire saga. But before I dive into exactly how Cardi handled it, you need to see why this moment is so explosive and what insane chain of events led us here. Because once you trace the full timeline, her silence, her decisions, her energy, it all snaps into focus. And trust me, you're going to want every single detail because the behind-the-scenes chaos completely flips the story we thought we knew. So stay tuned. Let's unpack this because context isn't optional. It's everything. Period. We're talking about a relationship that allegedly kicked off in May 2025, built on what looked like real promise. Stefon supposedly told Cardi, "Let me heal you," right after everything she suffered publicly and emotionally with Offset, and she trusted him. She let her guard. She opened her life completely to him. She got pregnant, carried his child, delivered in November, showed up at every Patriots game. Freezing temps, brutal winds, zero complaints, standing 10 toes down, defending him online when that strangulation charge hit, pouring every ounce of her time, loyalty, image, and emotional bandwidth into trying to save his relationship under a microscope that never blinked. Then came February 8th, 2026. Super Bowl Sunday. The night everything allegedly blew up beyond repair. Patriots lost 29-13. Stefon barely visible on the field. But the real meltdown was happening off camera. His other baby mama, Kiki, posting inside the stadium with their son, reportedly born just 2 months before Cardi's baby. Then another woman, Pry, allegedly spotted in restricted zones with Patriots credentials. That's when whispers became wildfire with unverified reports claiming Stefon may have snuck someone into his hotel room after the loss, sparking a scandal that spun out of control before sunrise. Party walking out at halftime after allegedly dropping $1.2 million on an after-party that never even happened. By sunrise, they unfollowed each other. No warning, no explanation. Then Entertainment Tonight confirmed what fans feared. It's over. Cardi posts one word. Done. Days later, on her LA tour stop, she makes it official before thousands. And what she said on stage. Listen, just because I'm not with my baby daddy anymore doesn't mean you get to disrespect him. She confirmed the breakup, defended him strictly as her child's father, then went back into performance mode. Clean, controlled, surgical, zero chaos, just power. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. While Cardi dominated headlines on her Little Miss Drama tour, whispers suggested Stefon was quietly unraveling behind the scenes. Sources hinted he was dealing with something deeply personal, replaying every move, every risk, every loss. Reports surfaced that he'd been watching clips of Cardi performing night after night, realizing she wasn't just surviving without him. She was thriving, evolving, untouchable. Then social media caught wind of yet another bombshell. Gossip blogs and private circles suggested Stefon allegedly made some kind of public acknowledgement, what insiders cautiously called an apology directed at Cardi B. Now, let's be clear. This was never official. No verified statement. No polished press release. But multiple sources close to the situation implied Stefon had taken accountability in some visible way for how he handled things and what Cardi endured publicly. And if true, insiders claimed this alleged apology wasn't about winning her back, wasn't about reopening that romantic door. Nope. Instead, it was allegedly about owning up, recognizing the disrespect, understanding she deserved better than broken promises and public humiliation. Sources suggested it covered everything. The Super Bowl fallout, the baby mama chaos, all of it. And the second that rumor leaked, the internet exploded. Twitter spiraled into chaos. Instagram comment became full-blown war zones. TikTok timeline flooded with breakdown videos dissecting every possible angle. Some said it was performative, too little, too late. Others argued accountability is accountability, no matter the timing. Some claimed it was genuine reflection. Others insisted it was calculated damage control, a desperate attempt to save his image before it imploded. Conversations raged for days, opinions everywhere, takes getting hotter by the hour. But the reaction that truly mattered never came because Cardi stayed completely silent. No Instagram captions, no cryptic tweets, no late-night lives, nothing. She just performed, kept posting about healing, about peace, about self-worth, focus on her kids. Total radio silence on the alleged apology only made the public obsess more. What was she thinking? Hurt? Processing? Plotting? Would she respond at all? That's where things stand. Sources close to Cardi and Chatter Online claim she acknowledged the apology, just not publicly, and insiders suggest her response is pure Cardi, perfectly aligned with her emotional state. It couldn't have played out any other way. Here's the whisper, her reaction in one word. Unbothered. Not fake detachment. Not pretending. Genuinely unaffected. Sources say Cardi knows the rumors exist. She hears the chatter, sees a narrative forming. And reportedly, her response, my life goes on exactly the same. She isn't angry. She isn't bitter. She's just refusing to feed it the energy everyone expected. Because insiders reportedly say an apology doesn't rewrite the past. It doesn't undo Super Bowl Sunday. It doesn't erase patterns. It doesn't fix overlapping timelines. Most importantly, it doesn't reverse a weeks-old decision to walk away. Insiders claim Cardi allegedly told friends if Stefon truly takes accountability, she hopes he grows, learns, becomes better for himself and as a father. But his healing? That's his job. Not hers to guide, not hers to validate. She did the work, made her choice, chose peace. No apology, rumored or real, shifts that foundation. What's striking is how different this is from the Offset era. Back then, emotional lives, public back and forth, cryptic captions dragging the world into the storm. But this time, sources say Cardi is intentional, protecting her recovery, refusing to waste energy on what already costs her enough. And most telling, insiders say she's not defining herself by whether the apology is sincere, whether Stefon changes, or if reconciliation could ever exist. She's moving forward. Tour dates, kids, new music, guarding her peace like it's priceless. And for the first time in forever, she's not looking back. The rumored apology? Just background noise while Cardi's life keeps leveling up in real time. When her closest friends allegedly brought it up privately, insiders say her response was calm, almost attached. That's between him and his conscience. I already made my peace with it. And honestly, that line alone says it all. Cardi didn't make peace with Stefon or excuse what happened. She made peace with the fact that it happened. She processed it. She learned. She kept moving. His alleged apology didn't bring her peace. She had already found it long before any apology surfaced. Now, let's talk co-parenting because that's where her real response shines. Sources claim she drew a clear line between parenting and personal history. They share a son, and he deserves two present, emotionally stable parents. So reportedly, Cardi keeps every interaction professional, respectful, focused solely on their child. People close to the situation insist she's not weaponizing motherhood, not complicating schedules, not punishing him, but also not using co-parenting as a backdoor for emotional late-night chats or discussions about the rumored apology. It's logistics, pickups, drop-offs, school, health updates, everything else off limits. According to insiders, that is her true response. Not statements, not captions, not press conferences. Boundaries. Clear, intentional, unshakable boundaries protecting her peace while still letting Stefon show up as a father. And in a weird way, that's more evolved than publicly forgiving him, more powerful than dragging him online. It's growth in its purest form. Still, the internet can't decide what to feel about Cardi's unbothered stance. Some say she should have publicly acknowledged it, credited accountability where due. Others insist silence is exactly what he deserves. Nothing. Some call her cold. Others say emotional intelligence, finally taking the wheel. The debate is loud. But here's the red flag. Cardi's reaction isn't about Stefon at all. It's about protecting the peace she fought to rebuild. It's about refusing to let someone else's apology, real or rumored, become the next chapter of her story. Think about it. If she publicly accepted it, the world would immediately wonder about reconciliation. If she rejected it, she'd be labeled bitter. Any public reaction would have dragged out the media cycle and chained her to a story she already escaped. By limiting acknowledgement to private conversations with trusted people, Cardi reclaimed total control. Insiders say narrative control is a focus now. She confirmed the breakup on her own terms live on stage. She's documented healing through music and performance instead of social media meltdowns. She's shown growth through silence, not spectacle. Every move intentional, every choice about reclaiming autonomy. And those close to Cardi reportedly clarify, being unbothered doesn't mean she wasn't hurt. It doesn't mean betrayal didn't sting. Insiders claim she went through real heartbreak after the Super Bowl fallout. Real tears, real late nights, real emotional processing. The difference? She did it all privately, quietly, away from timelines and trending chaos. She did the work herself. So by the time rumors of an apology started swirling, she wasn't broken or searching. She was already somewhere else emotionally. That's the key detail. The alleged apology didn't hit while she was vulnerable or open to persuasion. It came after she'd rebuilt her sense of self, reminded herself of her value, after she chose herself and made peace walking away. So of course she seems unfazed now. Not a performance, it's alignment. It's who she truly is. Some speculate that her silence means she doubts the apology's sincerity. Sources say that's irrelevant. Genuine or staged, it changes nothing for her. She's not dissecting motives, not tracking his growth. That's his responsibility now. She's redirected her energy inward. Because real healing means you stop needing validation from the one who hurt you. Stop waiting for their apology to close loops. Stop needing acknowledgement to prove you made the right choice. You just know. And reportedly, Cardi B knows. Cardi's reaction to Stefon's rumored apology? She heard it, acknowledged it privately, then continued living exactly as she was. No spectacle, no public acceptance, no dramatic rejection, just boundaries, continued healing, and an unshakable commitment to peace. That's power. It proves she's no longer defined by what he did or might be saying now. She's not waiting for closure, because she created her own, not stuck in old storylines. She's already writing new ones that don't include him. That's evolution. That's choosing yourself. That's why Cardi stays unbothered, thriving, grounded, and fully in control of her own narrative.